So I feel like a bit like a celebrity chef here, albeit a rather wet celebrity chef, but I just wanted to show you our pond plant products. This is a very typical product for us. This is a 77 plant tray. We usually sell cell-grown plants, 110 cc. What does that look like? Well, it looks like this. I'll wheel this one around. So they're well-developed plants, what would be known in the traders as jumbo plugs. Each selection is made up of a variety of plants, and in this instance it's for really marginal situations. We try to include a really good variety of native plants, always only native plants, and not only are they native species, but they're grown in the UK and they're grown from UK origin seed as well. We think that's a really important feature of native planting. And of course, because they're native plants, great for wildlife too. You will see wildlife come into your pond very, very quickly, and that relationship between the flora and the fauna, of course, particularly important, which is one of the reasons why we have a nice diversity of plants in our collections. We typically offer those as collections of 77 plants or a half tray of 42 plants, and we have a small starter pond collection as well of just 10 plants. We have our marginal collections like this, but we also have a full pond plant collection, which would include plants for slightly deeper areas as well, and also oxygenators. We usually supply these in a separate bag. These are biodegradable plastic bags. They come with clips. So all you need to do is just chuck them in, and they'll find their way and start growing away very quickly. You'll also find a descriptive label, which will tell you exactly what it is and what you should be doing with the plant. That's true also for the plants in the trays. Sometimes we'll also include a plant which doesn't grow in a way that's helpful to have it in a cell like this, and we'll supply those as bare root. A very good example of that is the lovely flowering rush, which we typically will send out in bags like this and provide as bare root plants. So when you decide which size selection you want, obviously you'll find the details on the website. It depends on the size of pond and exactly what you're doing. We also sell some selections for boggy areas as well, and obviously you're going to need a lot more plants depending on the size of area you've got there. In that instance, some folk actually use seeds. We've got a really good seed mix which you can use to either add to the plug plants or use instead of. So these plugs are 110 cc, they're what's known in the trade as jumbo plugs, and they're typically used by landscapers and professionals who are interested in planting very large areas indeed. But they're great for aquatic plants, we found, because they grow away so quickly. What you're looking for is a nice root framework, which is exactly what we've got here on this water avens. One of the virtues about using plug plants like this is that they're not so big that they're a pain to actually plant directly into soil. If, on the other hand, your pond is lined with a plastic liner, for example, then you're going to need baskets in which to plant them. Again, you'll find plenty of information about that on the website. We find also that these plants grow away very quickly, so they're an incredibly cost-effective way of establishing really varied flora around your pond. We offer a really good range of wetland and pond plant species, all UK natives, all UK origin as well, so from wild seed populations. We think this is really important, and it's a running theme through all our native plant collections. This is one of our wetland plug plants, in this case Cardamina pratensis, cuckoo flower. What a beautiful plant it is, and we're just so bullish on what you can get from a really well planted wildlife pond or wetland area. It's so fantastic for biodiversity, and native plants are generally speaking going to be quite retiring. We don't sell things like Typha, bulrush, so you don't need to worry about anything really taking over, and because they're all natives, then they're going to generally be pretty well behaved, firstly, and secondly really good for wildlife. So that's a very brief introduction to our pond plants. Obviously if you've got any questions, then do please get in touch either over the phone or drop us a line on email.